Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. I want you to take a moment and think about this. Who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when the noise dies down, the applause fades, and it's just you and your reflection? That's the person we're going to talk about tonight, the person you have the power to shape, strengthen, and elevate. Become the one they fear losing. That's not about power over someone else, it's about power within yourself. It's about creating a life so full of purpose, passion, and truth that the people who matter to you, friends, partners, family, know your presence is a gift, not a given. But let me be clear, this isn't about proving anything to anyone else. It's not about trying to be enough for someone who can't see your worth. No, this is about becoming the kind of person who commands respect, not because you demand it, but because you embody it. Every day, you're writing the story of your life. Are you proud of the pages? Are you showing up for yourself the way you show up for others? It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Your legacy isn't about what you leave behind when you're gone. It's about what you're building right now, the love you give, the dreams you chase, the lives you touch. Sometimes the hardest lesson is learning to say no, but understand this, your time, your energy, your heart, they're treasures. And not everyone deserves access. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you love less, it means you love yourself enough to protect your peace. We live in a world that sometimes tries to mold us into something we're not. But the moment you step into your authenticity, when you stop apologizing for who you are, you become magnetic. People are drawn to those who know themselves. The right ones will love you for it, and the wrong ones will fall away. And that's okay. Loving and giving are beautiful things, but don't confuse sacrifice with self-erasure. Pour into others, but make sure your cup is full first. Because the most powerful thing you can give to the world is the best version of you. Let me leave you with this: becoming the one they fear losing isn't about ego or pride. It's about showing up fully in your life. It's about standing tall in your truth and knowing that the people who truly value you will rise to meet you where you are. So from this day forward, let's make a commitment, not to anyone else, but to ourselves. Let's become the kind of people who inspire, uplift, and challenge others to be better, not because we demand it, but because we embody it. Let's become the one who brings light into the room, who lifts others when they fall, and who knows when to walk away from anything that dims their shine. Because when you truly step into your power, the people who matter will never want to lose you, and the people who don't, well, they were never meant to stay. Thank you. You know your value. When you truly believe in your worth, you stop seeking validation from others. You attract respect and love because you respect and love yourself first. The world doesn't need another copy, it needs the real, unapologetic you. Embrace your quirks, your flaws, and your strengths. Authenticity builds trust and lasting connections. You teach others how to treat you by the boundaries you set. Protect your time, energy, and peace, knowing that saying no to others sometimes means saying yes to yourself. Become the best version of yourself. Learn, grow, and evolve continuously. When you prioritize your personal development, you radiate confidence and purpose. Be the person who inspires others to rise, not because they fear your absence, but because they feel elevated by your presence. Leading with love makes you irreplaceable. A life filled with passion and meaning is magnetic. When you align your actions with your purpose, people are drawn to your energy and vision. Emotional intelligence and composure are rare and valuable. When you bring stability and understanding to relationships, you become a source of comfort and strength. Know what you deserve and refuse to accept less, whether in love, friendships, or career. When you hold yourself to high standards, you inspire others to do the same. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. Be willing to release those who don't honor your worth, knowing that letting go creates space for those who will. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. When you shine unapologetically, you become a beacon of hope and inspiration, a presence no one wants to lose. Self-worth is the bedrock upon which a fulfilling and meaningful life is built. It is the intrinsic sense of value you hold for yourself, independent of external achievements, opinions, or circumstances. It is not something you earn through accomplishments or validation from others. Rather, it is an inherent quality that exists simply because you are. Understanding and embracing your self-worth is essential for cultivating confidence, resilience, and authentic connections with the world around you. It shapes how you view yourself, how you allow others to treat you, and the goals you set for your life. Many people struggle with self-worth because of societal pressures, past experiences, or negative self-talk. These influences can create a narrative that ties your value to external factors such as success, appearance, or relationships. However, self-worth is not contingent on any of these things. It is constant, regardless of life's highs and lows. Learning to separate your self-worth from external measures requires a shift in perspective, a realization that you are valuable not because of what you do, but because of who you are. This shift liberates you from the relentless pursuit of perfection and allows you to embrace your humanity, flaws and all. Developing self-worth begins with self-awareness. It requires taking a deep, honest look at how you perceive yourself and identifying the beliefs that may be undermining your sense of value. Often these beliefs stem from past experiences or messages you've internalized from others. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward rewriting your narrative. Instead of allowing negative self-perceptions to define you, you can choose to replace them with affirmations of your worth and potential. This process is not about denying your imperfections, but about accepting them as part of your uniqueness. Self-worth is also nurtured through self-compassion. Treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend helps reinforce your sense of value. It's about forgiving yourself for mistakes, acknowledging your efforts, and celebrating your strengths. Self-compassion allows you to navigate life's challenges without harsh self-criticism, creating a supportive internal environment that fosters growth and resilience. When you practice self-compassion, you affirm your worth even in moments of failure or uncertainty, reinforcing the idea that your value is not conditional. Boundaries play a crucial role in maintaining self-worth. They are a reflection of how much you value yourself and your needs. Setting boundaries means recognizing your limits and communicating them to others, ensuring that your energy and time are respected. When you prioritize your well-being, you affirm your self-worth and create space for relationships and opportunities that align with your values. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They are about protecting the foundation of self-worth that allows you to thrive. The way you speak to yourself also influences your self-worth. Negative self-talk can erode your sense of value, while positive affirmations and constructive inner dialogue can strengthen it. Paying attention to your internal narrative and challenging unhelpful thoughts helps you build a healthier relationship with yourself. Instead of focusing on your perceived shortcomings, you can choose to acknowledge your accomplishments, talents, and the unique qualities that make you who you are. This shift in focus reinforces the belief that you are deserving of love, respect, and fulfillment. One of the most powerful outcomes of self-worth is the ability to pursue your goals and dreams without fear of failure or rejection. When you believe in your intrinsic value, you are less likely to be deterred by setbacks or criticism. You understand that your worth is not tied to the outcome of your efforts, but to the courage and authenticity you bring to the process. This mindset allows you to take risks, explore new possibilities, and embrace opportunities that resonate with your true self. Self-worth also influences the quality of your relationships. When you value yourself, you naturally seek out connections that reflect and respect your worth. You are less likely to tolerate unhealthy dynamics or settle for less than you deserve. Instead, you cultivate relationships based on mutual respect, trust, and support. These connections become a source of strength and inspiration, further reinforcing your sense of value and belonging. Authenticity has a power that is undeniable and transformative. It draws people in, creates connections that are real, and builds a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. To be authentic is to live in alignment with your true self, your values, beliefs, and unique personality without fear of judgment or the need to conform. It is about showing up as you are, unapologetically and wholeheartedly, embracing both your strengths and your imperfections. Authenticity is not about striving to be someone you think others want you to be. It is about being unapologetically you. This genuine presence is magnetic because it resonates deeply with others, inviting them to do the same. When you live authentically, you radiate a sense of confidence and inner peace that is inherently attractive. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin, who exude a quiet strength that comes from knowing and embracing who they are. This kind of confidence is not boastful or arrogant. It is rooted in self-awareness and self-acceptance. It shows in how you carry yourself, how you communicate, and how you approach life's challenges. Authenticity signals that you are grounded, that you are real, and that you are someone others can trust. Trust is one of the most profound outcomes of authenticity. When you are genuine, people feel safe around you because they know what to expect. There is no pretense, no hidden agenda, no facade to break through. Authenticity fosters transparency and honesty, which are the foundations of strong relationships. Whether in friendships, romantic partnerships, or professional settings, authenticity creates an environment where people can connect on a deeper level. It allows others to see you for who you truly are, and in turn, they feel more comfortable being themselves around you. Being authentic also creates an irresistible energy. When you are true to yourself, you align with your passions and purpose, and this alignment fuels your actions with enthusiasm and intention. People are naturally drawn to those who are passionate, purposeful, because that energy is contagious. It inspires others to reflect on their own lives and motivates them to pursue what lights them up. Authenticity is not about perfection, it is about being fully alive, fully engaged, and fully present in your unique journey. Authenticity invites vulnerability, and vulnerability is a key to meaningful connection. When you allow yourself to be seen flaws, fears, and all you create space for others to do the same. This mutual openness builds a bridge of understanding and empathy that is rare in a world often dominated by appearances and superficial interactions. Vulnerability does not make you weak, it makes you human. It shows that you have the courage to be real, even when it feels risky, and that courage is profoundly inspiring. Living authentically requires self-awareness and self-acceptance. You cannot be true to yourself if you don't know who you are. This means taking the time to explore your values, passions, and beliefs, as well as acknowledging the parts of yourself that you may have tried to hide or suppress. It means embracing your individuality and letting go of the need to fit into molds that were never meant for you. Self-acceptance does not mean ignoring areas where you want to grow. It means recognizing your worth regardless of where you are in your journey. Authenticity also requires courage. There will be times when being true to yourself means standing out, going against the grain, or risking disapproval. It can be tempting to hide your authenticity to avoid conflict or judgment, but doing so only distances you from your true self and from those who would appreciate you for who you are. The people who are meant to be in your life, the ones who genuinely value you, will be drawn to your authenticity, not your attempts to fit in. One of the most liberating aspects of authenticity is that it frees you from the exhausting cycle of seeking external validation. When you live authentically, you no longer feel the need to prove your worth through accomplishments, possessions, or the approval of others. Your sense of value comes from within, and that inner peace allows you to approach life with confidence and clarity. This independence from external validation is not only empowering, but also deeply appealing to others, as it reflects a sense of self-assuredness that is rare and admirable. Authenticity also encourages growth and learning. When you are true to yourself, you are more open to exploring new possibilities and taking risks that align with your values. You are willing to embrace change and adapt, knowing that your core self remains intact. Authenticity is not about being static, it is about being true to who you are while allowing yourself the freedom to evolve. This openness to growth not only enriches your own life, but also inspires and motivates those around you. Authenticity is magnetic because it represents a quality that everyone inherently desires: the freedom to be oneself. In a world where so many people feel pressured to conform, authenticity stands out as a beacon of truth and liberation. It reminds others that it is possible to live a life of integrity, passion, and connection without compromising who they are. By being authentic, you not only honor yourself, but also create a ripple effect that encourages others to do the same. In this way, your authenticity becomes a gift to the world, a source of inspiration and connection that transcends appearances and resonates deeply with the human spirit. Setting boundaries with confidence is an act of self-respect and self-care. It allows you to define how you wish to be treated and creates a framework for healthier relationships and a balanced life. Boundaries are not about shutting people out or building walls. They are about maintaining your emotional, mental, and physical well-being while fostering mutual respect. When you set boundaries, you communicate your needs clearly and assertively, ensuring that your interactions with others honor your values and priorities. At the core of confident boundary setting is understanding your own needs and limits. This requires a deep level of self-awareness and reflection. You must take the time to identify what feels comfortable and what does not, what energizes you and what drains you, and what aligns with your values versus what feels like a compromise of your integrity. These insights become the foundation for the boundaries you establish. Without this clarity, it is easy to allow others to overstep or to find yourself engaging in behaviors that leave you feeling resentful or overwhelmed. Confidence in setting boundaries comes from recognizing that your needs are valid. Many people struggle with boundaries because they fear being perceived as selfish, difficult, or unkind. However, honoring your needs is not an act of selfishness, it is an act of self-preservation. When you consistently put others' needs above your own, you risk burning out and losing touch with what is important to you. By setting boundaries, you affirm your worth and prioritize your well-being, which ultimately allows you to show up more fully for yourself and others. Clear communication is an essential part of setting boundaries. It is not enough to know your limits, you must also express them in a way that others can understand and respect. This requires being direct and honest about what you need without apologizing or justifying your choices. For example, instead of saying, "I'm sorry, but I can't help you with," that you can say, "I'm not available to help with that right now." The language you use should reflect your confidence and conviction, leaving little room for misinterpretation or negotiation. When communicating your boundaries, it is important to remain calm and composed. Emotions can run high when discussing sensitive topics, but maintaining a steady tone demonstrates that you are serious and self-assured. It is also helpful to focus on your feelings and needs rather than blaming or criticizing the other person. For example, saying, "I feel overwhelmed when I take on too many responsibilities, so I need to limit my commitments," is more effective than saying, "You always expect too much from me." This approach minimizes defensiveness and fosters understanding. Investing in your growth is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. Growth is not just about career advancement or financial success, although those can be important aspects. True growth encompasses every dimension of your life: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. It's about becoming a better version of yourself, learning from your experiences, and striving to reach your full potential. Growth requires intentional effort, a willingness to step outside your comfort zone, and the commitment to put in the work even when it feels difficult or uncertain. By investing in your personal development, you pave the way for a life that is more fulfilling, purposeful, and impactful. Physical health is another crucial aspect of growth. Our bodies are the vessels that carry us through life, and taking care of them is essential for long-term success and well-being. Regular exercise, healthy eating, and sufficient rest are foundational to maintaining physical vitality. However, investing in your physical growth also includes practices that promote mental clarity, relaxation, and overall well-being. Whether it's yoga, meditation, or spending time outdoors, nurturing your physical health enhances your energy levels, reduces stress, and improves your quality of life. A strong, healthy body provides the foundation for pursuing your goals with vigor and enthusiasm. Investing in growth also requires taking risks and stepping outside of your comfort zone. Growth never happens in a state of complacency. It happens when you challenge yourself to try new things, embrace discomfort, and face your fears. This could mean pursuing a new career path, moving to a new city, learning a new skill, or confronting limiting beliefs that have held you back. Each step outside your comfort zone is an opportunity to expand your boundaries and increase your confidence. The more you push yourself to take calculated risks and embrace uncertainty, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving things you once thought impossible. At the core of love-based leadership is the ability to see the humanity in others. It's about recognizing that every person is unique with their own dreams, challenges, and strengths. When you lead with love, you are less likely to treat people as mere tools for achieving your goals. Instead, you understand that they are complex individuals with feelings and aspirations. This perspective shifts the way you interact with others. You listen actively, seek to understand their perspectives, and approach challenges with a sense of collaboration and empathy. In this way, you create a culture where individuals feel seen and heard and are more willing to invest in the collective vision. Fear-based leadership, on the other hand, often thrives on control, intimidation, and authority. When people are led by fear, they may comply with dibs, but they are less likely to feel inspired or motivated to go above and beyond. Fear creates an atmosphere of distrust, where individuals are constantly worried about making mistakes or facing repercussions. This stifles creativity, discourages innovation, and leads to high levels of stress and burnout. Fear-based leaders may get short-term results, but they often struggle to maintain long-term success because their approach alienates people, fosters resentment, and limits potential. While fear can be a powerful motivator in the short term, It is love that sustains long-term success and well-being. Fear leads to division and compliance, while love leads to connection and collaboration. When you choose to lead with love, you invest in building strong, trusting relationships that enable people to thrive, not just in their roles, but as individuals. This kind of leadership is transformative because it empowers people to reach their full potential and creates an environment where everyone is encouraged to grow, contribute, and succeed. Love-based leadership nurtures a sense of belonging and purpose, which ultimately fuels greater motivation, creativity, and achievement. The first step in living with purpose is identifying what matters most to you. This requires self-reflection and introspection, allowing you to understand your values, passions, and unique strengths. What do you care deeply about? What brings you joy and fulfillment? These questions help you uncover what truly drives you and what makes life meaningful. For some, purpose might be rooted in family, community, or creativity. For others, it might be about making a difference in the world, seeking personal growth, or pursuing professional success. By exploring these areas of your life, you can begin to define your own purpose and clarify what you want to contribute to the world. Purpose also enhances your sense of well-being and satisfaction. When you are aligned with your purpose, you experience a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond momentary pleasures or external achievements. It provides a deeper sense of satisfaction as you know that what you are doing matters and is aligned with your values. This fulfillment contributes to your overall happiness and helps you maintain a positive outlook on life, even during challenging times. Purpose-driven individuals tend to experience lower levels of stress and anxiety as they feel more in control of their lives and are less likely to be distracted by external pressures. Living with purpose is not a one-time decision, but a continuous journey of self-discovery and growth. As you evolve, so too may your sense of purpose. It is important to regularly check in with yourself and reassess your goals, values, and desires. Your purpose may shift as you gain new experiences or as your circumstances change, and that is perfectly okay. The key is to stay connected to the core values that guide you and ensure that your actions are always aligned with what you truly care about. The first step in becoming the calm in the chaos is cultivating a sense of emotional regulation. This means developing the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively to stressful situations. When chaos erupts, it's easy to become overwhelmed or frustrated. Our natural instincts may lead us to panic, blame, or rush into action without fully considering the situation. However, emotional regulation allows you to pause, breathe, and assess the circumstances before responding. By taking a moment to center yourself, you create space between stimulus and response, enabling you to make decisions from a place of clarity instead of emotional reactivity. This practice of mindfulness helps you avoid being swept away by the currents of stress and fear, and instead helps you approach the situation with intention. Part of staying calm is also about accepting that some things are beyond your control. Chaos often arises from circumstances that we cannot change or predict. The more we try to control every aspect of our lives, the more frustrated and anxious we become. However, the key to calmness is letting go of the need to control everything. Instead, focus on what you can control: your reactions, your attitude, and your choices. By focusing on what you can influence, you reduce the sense of helplessness that comes with chaos and regain a sense of agency. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you free yourself to respond more effectively to what lies within your power. Being calm also involves compassion and empathy. When you remain calm in the face of chaos, it enables you to be a source of support for others who may be struggling. People often look to leaders, family members, or friends for guidance in times of crisis. Your calmness can serve as a stabilizing force, offering reassurance, comfort, and practical help. By showing empathy and understanding, you create an environment of trust and support that allows others to feel safe, even in uncertain times. Empathy allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, fostering cooperation and collaboration even in the most challenging circumstances. Settling in your career can be just as damaging. Many people stay in jobs they dislike or feel undervalued in because they believe it's the best they can do, or they fear the uncertainty of pursuing something else. They may convince themselves that the job security, paycheck, or status quo is enough, even though they feel disconnected from their work. Settling in your career can drain your energy, creativity, and sense of purpose. When you are not aligned with your work, it can take a toll on your mental and physical well-being. Settling for less in your career also means you are not fully tapping into your talents and potential. You have unique skills and abilities that can contribute to a fulfilling career. You don't need to settle for a job that doesn't bring you joy or purpose. You have the ability to pursue your passions and create a career that aligns with your values and aspirations. Settling for less also affects your overall lifestyle. If you are not intentional about the choices you make, you may find yourself settling for less than what you truly want in terms of health, finances, or quality of life. Many people accept unhealthy habits, financial struggles, or unsatisfactory living conditions because they feel these are the cards they have been dealt or that change is impossible. However, settling for less in your lifestyle means you are choosing not to take control of your circumstances. You have the power to make choices that align with the life you envision, whether it's improving your health, managing your finances, or creating an environment that fosters peace and happiness. The key to not settling for less is understanding your worth and refusing to accept anything that does not align with your highest potential. It requires a mindset shift of belief that you are worthy of more, that you deserve better, and that you have the power to create the life you desire. It's about recognizing that you have the ability to shape your reality and that settling is not an option if you want to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. The first step in letting go is acknowledging what you are holding on to. Often people are unaware of the emotional baggage they carry because it becomes so ingrained in their daily lives. It could be unresolved grief from the past, anger from a failed relationship, or fear of failure in the future. Sometimes people hold on to the past because it feels familiar, even though it no longer serves them. Other times, it's the fear of uncertainty or the unknown that makes it difficult to let go of things that are no longer beneficial. The key is to become aware of what you are holding on to and recognize how it is affecting your present. This awareness creates the foundation for the process of letting go. Another key element in the art of letting go is trust. Trust that the universe or life itself has a plan for you, even if you don't understand it at the moment. Trust that the things you let go of are making room for something better. And that by releasing what is not aligned with your highest good, you are creating space for new possibilities. Letting go requires faith in the process of life and a belief that what is meant to be will always find its way to you. This trust allows you to release the need for control and surrender to the flow of life, knowing that your journey is unfolding as it should. Shining bright without permission is the act of stepping into your full potential and embracing your true self without waiting for validation or approval from others. In a world that often encourages conformity, the idea of shining without permission is revolutionary. It is a powerful declaration that you are worthy of being seen, heard, and celebrated just as you are, regardless of societal norms or the opinions of others. Many people hold back their brilliance because they fear judgment, rejection, or criticism. They wait for others to approve of their ideas, their talents, or their existence before they fully express themselves. But to truly shine, you must learn to break free from this mindset and trust that you have the right to stand in your own light. The first step in shining without permission is embracing self-worth. When you know your value, you no longer feel the need to seek approval from others to validate your existence. Self-worth is not dependent on what others think of you, but on your own recognition of your abilities, strengths, and uniqueness. You are worthy of success, love, and happiness simply because you exist. This understanding allows you to stop seeking external validation and start trusting in your own inner wisdom and guidance. When you embrace your self-worth, you no longer need to wait for others to tell you that you are capable or deserving of greatness. So you know it for yourself. Shining without permission also involves letting go of the fear of judgment. It is natural to want to be liked and accepted by others, but when you let the fear of judgment control your actions, you begin to shrink and hide your true self. Fear of judgment often keeps people from taking risks or pursuing their dreams because they worry about what others will think or say. However, when you realize that the fear of judgment is often a reflection of your own insecurities, it becomes easier to release it. The truth is that no matter what you do, there will always be people who judge you. The key is not to let their opinions determine your worth or dictate your actions. You must learn to be resilient in the face of criticism and stay true to yourself, regardless of others' views. One of the most important aspects of shining without permission is being unapologetically authentic. So often people dim their light to fit into predefined boxes or to meet others' expectations. They hide parts of themselves because they fear rejection or being misunderstood. But when you are authentic, when you show up as your true unfiltered self, you invite others to do the same. Authenticity is magnetic. It draws people in because it exudes confidence, honesty, and a deep sense of self-assurance. By embracing your authenticity, you free yourself from the constraints of trying to meet external standards and give yourself permission to express who you truly are without apology or hesitation. Shining without permission also involves being resilient in the face of setbacks and failures. The path to greatness is rarely smooth. There will be obstacles, doubts, and failures along the way. However, it is how you respond to these challenges that determines whether you continue to shine or retreat into the shadows. People who shine without permission do not let setbacks define them. Instead, they view challenges as opportunities for growth. They learn from their failures and use those lessons to propel themselves forward. Resilience is the ability to keep going even when things get tough, and it is an essential part of shining in the world. When you learn to embrace setbacks as part of the journey, you release the need for perfection and give yourself permission to keep going, regardless of the obstacles in your way.